In this session, we're going to look at the Manage Users form within the software. This form allows you to grant access to new employees. We're going to start out by clicking on the Administration button on the main menu, and then click on Manage Users. Up above in the list, you can see a list of current employees that have access. And for this demonstration, we're going to add a new employee. So I'm going to click Add New Employee, enter in the username for that employee. We need to check the box labeled Authorized, and this allows access. If for some reason down the road the employee leaves and you want to disable that access to the software, you simply come into Manage Users, uncheck the Authorized box, and that would prevent that user from logging in with their credentials either to the back-end software or the web portals. Below the Authorized checkbox, you can allow or disallow access to the internet from within our remote desktop. You then move over and enter in a password for that employee. And if you want to see what you're typing, you can click Show Passwords. You then want to grant a level of access to that employee. Basic use will only allow the employee to view the software. They won't be able to add any items, edit, delete. If you have a dispatcher, we suggest that you grant the dispatcher scheduler edit access. And that allows the scheduler to enter trips and dispatch out rides to drivers. And then DON user is the level that provides full access to the software. The employee portion you do not need to fill out. So once I have the client portion filled out, I'm going to click on Save. And then I need to add all locations. A company has the option to have multiple locations within the database. So for example, they may have their main office and then a branch in Duluth and another branch in St. Cloud. You want to make sure that you grant the employee access to the locations that you desire. If you do not grant them, for example, Duluth, they won't see any trip related information for Duluth. And then the last step here is to identify an export path. And this path will dictate where any report that has been run within the software and exported to either a CSV file or a spreadsheet, where it will save it. And we want to save it to that user's desktop. So you can click on Browse and click on Desktop. And the text highlighted is the username of the person who's logged into the software when they're setting this up. So what you simply need to do is to remove a Luger and replace it with the username provided for this new employee. And then that will redirect any of those exports out to their desktop. Once you're finished, you can save and close. And utilizing those credentials, that username and password, will then allow that employee to log into the back-end software as well as the dispatch web portal. That concludes the Manage Users form.